So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again with another update. This time it's not about transfers. It is about Gabriel Jesus, apparently playing through injury and is now injured. Fuming. We're going to get to that in a minute. Before we do that, make sure you are pumping the like button. Make sure you smash the likes through the roof on this video. Big up to everyone who's subscribed recently as well, edging closer to 75k. So thank you very much. Big up to everyone who's dropped donations in as well. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I reply to all of you that do that. Hit the thanks option. Delete the word thanks. Write whatever you want. Happy days. And big up to everybody who's following all the socials as well. Links downstairs. But before we get into talking about Gabriel Jesus, I stumbled across a video on the Football Terrace. Big up to Terry. And it was the prat in the hat. This guy's got no shame. Throwing shade again at people. I think this guy just needs to stop. Just shut up. Like, real talk. Shut up, mate. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'll say what I like, and so will every other Arsenal fan. If you don't like it, don't care. I ain't stopping anytime soon. Yeah, my standards for this football club are up here. And that is why I've been calling out the manager, calling out players, calling out the staff, etc., for years, because my standards never dropped. My standards have always been compete for a title. The last time we competed for a title, Leicester City won it. And since then, myself, as well as him and many others, were on protest, holding banners up, trying to get Arsene Wenger removed from the club, which eventually happened. And the standards have always been compete. The standards have always been do the best we can. And we've got money. I think that's been pretty evident over the last 4 or 5 years when we spent more money than any club on the planet, by the way. Other than Man United, I think we're second to Man United. We've got money. We haven't spent money. Arsene Wenger was a big issue in that. But we're now spending money. We're top of the table. And I'm loving life because this is the standards. Compete for the rest of the season. I'm the only one out here, by the way, sitting here saying, and I've said it all season, go and smash the January transfer window to smithereens. Go and sign a striker. Said, what happens if Jesus gets injured? Oh, look, Jesus is injured. What happens if Saliba gets injured for a sustained period of time? We need cover on that bench. If we get cover on that bench, I believe we can compete for the title. I don't see anyone else saying that, by the way. Nobody else is saying that. Not that I've seen. Maybe you can enlighten me in the chat. Tell me other fans that have been saying it. All I keep seeing is, well, top four, that's the target. That was our target at the start of the season. We're overachieving. Arsenal fans love this overachievement line. We're overachieving. We're not overachieving. We're Arsenal Football Club, one of the biggest clubs in world football. We've got one of the biggest budgets. We've got one of the biggest wage bills. And we've got some of the best players in world football. Let's not even debate that. Saliba's class. Martinelli's class. Saka's class. Jesus' class. We've got some top players here. But that bench is going to be our Achilles heel. And I've been saying it. And if that idiot, and he is an idiot, and I'm talking to you directly, mate, you're an idiot. Keep your mouth shut. I am sick to death of people that think they can tell me how to support my football club. What has it got to do with him? What's it got to do with anyone? Like, at the end of the day, Arsenal ain't even played for weeks. And my man's declaring his undying love for Mikel Arteta. Oh, fans shouldn't be celebrating. They don't deserve Arteta. Mate, you don't deserve to be out of nick. Like, let's be real with it. How about zip it, Shrimpy? Zip it. I'm sick to death of this guy, man. This guy needs to shut his mouth. I'm not having it. At the end of the day, we all know what he's done. And if you want me to bring up the government website again, feel free, because I'm here for it. I am petty like that. I will fully bring it up every single time this guy chats crap. So let's not pretend that this is some top person, a really nice person. He's a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. And at the end of the day, he ain't the head of the fan base. There isn't one. Everyone can support their football club how they wish to choose to do, how they want to support their football club. If you want to support by licking the manager's backside, lick the manager's backside. Cool. If you want to support by saying, no, the standards ain't high enough, we need to keep them up here, mate, not make excuses for 8th and 5th, bottling top 4. The holy grail for Arsenal fans that have grown up in the Wenger era. 4th is a trophy, according to Wenger and his minions. Well, it ain't for me. I've seen Arsenal win 17 trophies. 5 of them have been league titles. I've seen Arsenal compete for league titles constantly for years under George Graham, Arsene Wenger. At the end of the day, this is Arsenal Football Club, and I ain't going to be told by anyone, indirectly, because he's a pussy and he didn't want to mention my name, but he was talking about me, he was talking about troops, he was talking about other people, but he don't want to say our names because that's the type of guy he is. He's a coward. We know that, hence why he went to jail in the first place. But I will say what I want. I'll continue to hold the standards of this football club. And if anyone's got an issue with it, tough, because I ain't going anywhere. This channel's 4 years old now. It's 4 years old a couple of weeks ago. I'm sweet, bro. I'm loving life. I'm living life. I'm enjoying life. And if anyone's got an issue with it, I don't really care. I don't really care, because I'm still going to come back tomorrow and upload again. So anyway, now we've got that palaver out of the way. Let's talk about Gabriel Jesus. Make sure you are firing up the like button for the algorithm, people. 1 like is 1 wish for Mikel Arteta. Oh dear, this plonker. Anyway, Gabriel Jesus has been ruled out for at least 4 weeks with a knee injury. There's other reports out there suggesting he's been playing with an injury, by the way, which would explain maybe why he wasn't up to that top level that he was at the very start of the season. He's still been great, by the way. I think he's fantastic. I loved him at Man City, loving him at Arsenal. Top footballer, and he makes us tick. Yeah, he drops deep, he drifts out wide, he's up front, he gets in the box, he can dribble, he's a menace, he's strong as an ox. The top footballer. And this is why I'm fuming about it. Because if he has been playing through injury, I kind of understand. He wanted to go to the World Cup, so he wanted to play. But this could be really bad news for Arsenal. We don't know how long exactly he's out for, but when it comes out about 4 weeks, we know it ain't going to be 4 weeks, especially when it's Arsenal. It's not 4 weeks. Tommy Asu was only supposed to be out for 4 weeks. And he ended up out for 4 months with a calf strain. So, and let's be real, your knee is a main part of your fucking leg. You need your knee to run, to move, to twist, to turn. Your knee is supporting all of these muscles around it, the calf, the thigh, the hamstring. This could be a massive issue for Arsenal. Fingers crossed it's not. And fingers crossed he does come back fighting fit and better than ever. But all this has done for me is highlight the fact that we are now very light. We are very light if he is out. If he misses West Ham, if he misses Brighton, we then go into Newcastle. Then we've got an FA Cup game. Well, let's assume we weren't going to play that anyway against Oxford away. No disrespect to them, but we'll probably field a lesser team. Then we've got Tottenham away. Then we've got Man United. That's not an easy run in January, by the way. That's not an easy run. But if we come out of that unscathed and we're still top of the league, and we've had some additions join the football club in the transfer market, I fully believe we can compete for it. But nobody clips that bit, do they? Nobody's clipped that all season. They just take 10 seconds, stick it on TikTok. Lee Gunner's a fake fan. Get in the bin, you weirdos. Get in the actual bin. I've been saying all season, compete for the league. We've been brilliant this season. By far the best team in the league. We've got the best defence along with Newcastle. We've got some of the best players in the league. Granit Xhaka, Ben White have been fantastic. But our bench, and I've said it all season, our bench is a major drop-off. This January transfer window, we need to go out there and we need to make sure we're fixing that bench, because it's not just about players that are starting 11 players. We've got a great starting 11. Let's have that right. We've got a great starting 11. Teams actually fear playing Arsenal now, which is great, and big up to Arteta for that. But when we have Jesus out injured, which we now do, Eddie Nketiah. Nobody's worried about Eddie Nketiah, by the way. Nobody's scared of Eddie Nketiah. No defender fears Eddie Nketiah. They fear Jesus, though, because Jesus will run at you. He's tricky. He's quick with his feet. He's strong. He can hold the ball up. He'll run down the channels. He'll run back. He'll slide tackle. Eddie Nketiah just runs around like a headless chicken and misses sitters. That's a major drop-off and a massive issue for us. We need a striker. Yes, people will say, but we can put Martinelli up front, Lee. Great, fantastic. I rate him as a striker. I actually think he is a striker. Remember when Charlie Boy Watts and Chris Wheatley were posting out videos of him scoring a goal in training, saying, this is why he's not played for 6 months. He's been sat as a sub under this manager, because he's converting him into a striker. You're converting a striker into a striker. Make it make sense. So, yes, we could put Martinelli up front. But then who do we put on the wing? Oh, but Lee, we could put Smith Rowe out there or Reece Nelson out there. Is that the level required, by the way? Smith Rowe's coming off a big injury. Yeah, and I like Smith Rowe. I think he's a top footballer. But we need to either buy a striker or play Martinelli up front and buy a left winger. We have to do that. We also need a Thomas Partey backup, because El Neni ain't the guy. Bambi Lokonga's rubbish, not good enough. Go and send him on loan, come back next year, and hopefully you're better. We need to do a big shop. Yeah, a big shop in January. And I just don't think we will. I really don't think we will. And if we don't, I think there's going to be a lot of Arsenal fans that are going to be a little bit upset with it, because we have a great opportunity this season to go and win that title. Yeah, Man City ain't been great at all. Yes, they're only 5 points behind. But like I said, If we can get through that January period of them fixtures, go and have a look at Man City's fixtures. They've got Chelsea, they've got United, they've got us coming up in February. Their fixtures are ridiculous. They've got all of the top teams, Liverpool, a lot, all back to back to back to back. Yeah, in multiple competitions. So they have to keep playing their best 11. Yeah, they have to keep playing Haaland. They have to keep playing Kevin De Bruyne. They have to keep playing their backline, their centre backs. So we have a great opportunity here to go and do something this season. And if we don't do it, and we end up 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever, 3rd, 2nd, if we end up in May in a title race, still with 4 games to go, I don't care if we don't win it or not. I've said that all season, but again, nobody clips that. Just get me in a title race till May and I'll shut up. I'll shut up because now I can see my club have actually done what I want them to do. But until then, I think it's very premature of certain people out there, like that idiot, yeah, sitting there giving it, throwing shade after 14 games. Did you not learn your lesson from last season when we were sat 4th with 3 to go and finished 5th? Well, but Eddie scored 5 goals. Yeah, he scored 5 goals that took us from 4th to 5th. Giving it all of that at Stamford Bridge, leaning on the thing. Yeah, big up me. I'm going to call. Well done, mate. How about go and get some credit because you ain't any good? You might actually start scoring if you top your phone up, mate. We need a striker or a left winger this January window. We need a DM as well. Yeah, a backup to Partey. Partey's been brilliant this season. They all have. But we've got a lot of fixtures coming up. We've got Europa League coming back in March. Hopefully by then we'll be so far gone in the league that it won't matter. Like we can just go, cool, we can play our best 11 in that. But that 11 is going to get tested. And there's going to be big injuries. There's going to be players out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games at times. We see it every season. It's not just Arsenal. It happens at every football club. It's very, very rare, if ever, a team can go a whole season with their same starting 11. Very, very rare, especially in this era. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Leave it all in the comment section. I will be back again at 8 a.m. with a video about Tielemans and a couple of others. We're linked to 3 midfielders. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And make sure you are subscribing to the channel, sharing it around. Leave your super chats down below in the thanks option. And make sure you follow all the socials, people. We're out of here. Adios, amigos. Pratt in the hat. Fuera. Get out. Get in the bin. Shut up.